Hello everyone and welcome to the kitchen of Virgo. Today we're doing, I know they're laughing, sitting there laughing at me, but they're not meant to talk or say their names and stuff like that. There's a few of the girls here. Yes, we're starting.
Restart. No, don't restart, just carry on. Aye. Crack your eggs.
As you can see, this is the normal day in school these days. So we're doing muffin, we're doing two types of muffin. We're going to do a savory and a sweet one. So we're starting with the sweet one. I've measured all my ingredients, which I got 400 grams of self-raising flour, got 250 grams of custard sugar, 125 ml of oil, vegetable oil, 250 of milk, 2 eggs. So I'm gonna start with the eggs, adding them to the sugar. I'm gonna whisk them till they become fluffy. So for about a minute or two, you can hand whisk. Or you can use an electric whisk, whichever you got. So until they become pale in color, double in size. That one makes the muffin light and fluffy. And I'm going to add my oil to that. And my 250 ml of milk. Please be very, very accurate when adding your stuff. Measure it. So it will take you about a minute or two with an electric one, or 5 minutes if you're doing a handheld. Whisking it.
Have you sipped the flour?
No miss, I haven't sipped the flour yet. So if you're using any dried fruit, like sultanas or raisins, just soak them in a bit of hot water. That will soften them. When they're soft, they actually float rather than sink to the bottom of your muffin. Okay? So once this is ready, I'm gonna add my flour. I'm gonna add a teaspoon of cinnamon. So cinnamon and chocolate are quite nice together. Or 2, as I'm paying a lot for it. Apparently I've been charged for it. And I'm gonna sift my flour because I need it light and fluffy. Oh, break time. And at this point, I'm gonna fold my flour gently, so I don't wanna overwork my flour, otherwise it's gonna become stodgy and really, really hard muffins, which we don't want that, do we? So gentle mix till it all combined together. I'm loving the quiet in this classroom. I wish all my lessons like this. They're bored, they want to go. I'm keeping them prisoners.
What are you doing? Well, I mean, if I can watch and get food, I'm happy.
So, my mixture is ready. This is where I'm gonna add my dry ingredients. So I'm doing half with chocolate chip and half with raisins. Get your muffin tin. These are very small. See, I've got 5 helpers here and none of them wants to help. They're all just- I didn't ask. You have to ask.
Well, yeah, like people sit here, not mention any names, just be quiet.
Yeah. I'm sure you can tell who's who.
So can we actually go?
So I'm putting half a tablespoon, and then I'm gonna put the chocolate chips in the middle and the raisins, and then top it up with another half.
We're going to the sports hall after lunch, innit? So,
Yeah. Anybody wants chocolate?
Oh yes, please.
Go and buy it.
And then chocolate chips as well.
I know, they're
they're her
beautiful.
favourite.
Are they? Oh.
You've actually really upset her.
Oh, did I? Oh, well, I'm sorry. It's been nearly 3 years you're upsetting me. I'm sure the girls are watching and knowing who I'm talking to.
Eve, he's giving
Don't
you
say her
chocolate
name, Eve. You want some chocolate? Don't say her
You're
name.
gonna say sack or something.
No, he's put it down.
You're gonna be like,
Oh, bloody want them.
thank you so much.
Language.
I said thank you so
The
much.
other one.
Talking to me.
Oh, we'll go.
Because I said, blah, yeah.
You can share it with the rest.
So, Nali, do you want some chocolate chips?
Names.
Cut it out.
They're not the best, but
Very ungrateful punch.
I'm happy. I said I'm thankful. I said thank you so much. I just said they're not the best.
I think it's because they've sat there for a while. They've been there since like last Friday.
So, my chocolate one is ready. Adding my raisins. And I'm doing the raisins because none of the girls like it, which I do, so it's
I like
brilliant.
raisins, so
More for me.
more for you.
So I don't put raisins in there. Please no.
Okay, so we've done the sweet one and it's gone in the oven. And it's gonna go in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes, depending how hot is your oven. So I'm doing the savory one. The savory one, literally, just taking the sugar out completely and replacing it with what we're gonna put is a bit of mozzarella cheese, a bit of ham and some turkey. Are they in date? No. Alright, so it's just gonna be a cheese one because these are out of date, so we're not gonna use them. Because someone left them in the fridge without saying. So, the 2 eggs, no, I've asked someone else to take them, but he didn't. 2 eggs, whisk them. Nice and fluffy, and to make it a bit richer, so I'm using, instead of oil, I'm using melted butter. So it's a cold butter, just melt it and leave it to cool down. You're not gonna add hot butter to your eggs, otherwise you'll end up with a scrambled egg, which is good for breakfast.
How many ovens have you created? What were
3 enough ovens.
Wow. Which ones? I'm just thinking about.
So my wet stuff is ready, mixed together. I'm gonna add the flour by sifting it just to make sure that it's nice and fluffy.
Coming back.
Wish all my classes are this quiet. And again, I'm folding it. So the same method that I am done with the sweet one, I'm doing with the savory. So I don't want to overwork the flour, so just a gentle mix till it's all combined together. Get your cheese. So I'm using grated mozzarella. Need about 100 gram. And just mix it all together. Get your trays and just fill the cases. So whether you got a muffin cases or in our case we got a small cupcake ones, because I thought I had enough in here, but someone has been using it without my knowledge. Thank you.
Another one.
Yeah. Got a little helper without the face, so it's good. So again, a spoonful. And it goes in. You know this is an experiment. And it looks a bit thick.
I think it's going to come out like cornbread.
Most likely, yes. That's alright.
Cornbread's nice.
If it's nice and fluffy, done well, yeah. the second tray and experiment with it. It's a little bit thick. So I'm discussing it with one of my students because it's a little bit thicker than it should be. We are adding a tiny bit of milk to the mix just to loosen it a little bit. Because the fact that we didn't put sugar, it plays with the chemical of it. So just about another 25 ml of milk and mix it gently, should do, and then we'll see at the end what's gonna happen. So that's for my little helper to do her tray. There you go. And I will put this in the oven for 25 minutes and I'll keep an eye on it and we'll see how it comes out. Right, so there's our final product. So we got the sweet one, which is quite a lot, and we have the cheese one. Enjoy, send me a photo, don't eat it all at once, be happy,
Bye.
bye.
Bye, bro.